What's good? This be your girl Divine Karma coming in with another message for today. Y'all know I be a posting frenzy when I ain't ain't at work. I send you peace, light, love, and harmony as I always do about this time. Why? Because Divine Karma loves you, baby. I've been chilling. Let me tell y'all something before I get into my message. Would be to me y'all. I drink a lot of water, right? I used to be diabetic years ago and I got rid of my diabetes. And, one of the first steps I did to do that before I went vegan was I cut out sugary juices and all that. I just stuck with the water, right? Why every time I go take a drug test, I drink probably at least 3/4 of a gallon a day. Sometimes a gallon if it's hot outside and I've been outside, right? Why every time I got to go take a drug test, I got to go retake it because they say it's diluted, right? I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I drink water. Am I not supposed to be drinking water? So every time I got to take a drug test, I got to go get some like cold pressed juice and drink it. So my urine is not diluted. Just a side story. It frustrates the bejeezies out of me. All right. How do you know how to tell when somebody was meant to be in your life or if they are just a distraction? Let me tell you, honey, relationships these days is like it's playing Russian roulette out here in these streets, right? Especially for spiritual folk, right? Because I'm spiritual and I just can't move with anybody. I don't have, you know, nonsense people in my circle, even on the friend basis. Like I can't move like that, right? So it'd be rough out here in these streets, you know what I'm saying? But how do you know? Let me tell you how I can tell my personal experience. If a person was meant to be in my life or are they just here for me a lesson for me to learn or a distraction. And this I'm gonna tell you right now. If you stop dating somebody or stop hanging out with somebody or break up with somebody, whatever y'all do to go y'all separate ways, even if it's for a moment. Let me tell you one off top, a couple things that I realized they was just a distraction. They was not meant to be in my life. They was here for a season, right? One, if my spirituality and my creative juices start back flowing like crazy when I'm not around them. That's off top. A sign for me off the top, right? And then I look back when me and this person, whoever it is, hanging out or dating or whatever it is we had going on. And I look back, do a little review, like, damn, I wasn't really being creative as I normally am. I was like, I had fell off. You'll find that you didn't fell off in some areas when you was hanging out with them. Usually you do, you know, work out or you got creative stuff going on or you got your hobbies you doing outside of work. But when you indulged with them, all the way off, right? That's my first sign. Second sign for me is, and the women, I know we go through this. I realize I eat like crap when I'm around them. And not just eat like crap, but I'm not as, man, I don't exercise as much. I'm not as outgoing. I'm not like active as I usually am. I find myself, eating junk food and not really watching my health. End up might gain a few pounds or something like that, but my health don't be what it normally is. As soon as we not talking or hanging out, going together, or dating, or situationship, whatever it is, soon as we not no more, just out of nowhere, I have the ultimate desire to do 4 5 days of raw vegan. Man, eat healthy, man. I ain't even eating out this month, man. I'm good. I'm walking every day, run, jogging, going. Just these is my top two. When I know they was a distraction, right? You have to be able to have discernment to know when somebody is in your life for a lesson, they was here for a season, and they was a distraction. Like, this is something that's very, very, very hard to do. Like, so if you start dating somebody and you lose your individuality, Because this happens in a lot of relationships, and this is a major reason, in my opinion, why a lot of relationships fail. Because two people get together and you lose your individuality. That is a sign. That's not a good sign. When you give up who you are and all the things that you like to do and da 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 because you with this person. If you certain hobbies and stuff like that that you normally do, that you love to do, that is, brings you joy and calmness and peace and happiness, right? Your passion, right? If you find yourself when you get with somebody that you ain't doing that as much, it's a sign. It is a whole sign that they are here for a season and are a distraction because you lose your individuality, right? Let me tell you something. I'm at a point in my life, spiritual folks, stay with me. For you to date divine, one, you gonna have to be like, you ain't got to be like running 10 miles a day, but because of my health journey in previous years, and I'm a vegan. You have to at least come in my life with some kind of game plan on how we are going to stay active. My bottom line is probably vegetarian. That's probably the bottom line. You ain't got to be vegan, but vegetarian might do you. That's about the bottom line for me, right? But you have to come into my life with some kind of, and I ain't saying you got to have the plan, but it has to be a plan for us. That has to be incorporated in our life. If we date and we getting serious, it's being active. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because I need somebody that is going to keep me on my toes, and I'm going to keep you on your toes when it comes to fasting, eating healthy, going walking, being outside, doing, active things, and keeping me active. I'm keeping you active, and we keeping it pushing, baby. Because at the end of the day, that help your sex life. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But you got to come, baby, you got to come in the door with that for me. Spirituality is a must for me. It's a must for me. You have to walk in the door with some kind of enlightenment about yourself. And this is just me. Everybody needs to have, I know people say, people tell you, girl, your standard's too high. No, it ain't that my standard's too high. There's nothing too great for the divine or God or whoever that is for you. Nothing too great. I got a list of what I want in a person. You think I don't? Just like I write a list, my manifestations, what I want in life, career, and money, and all that. Wise, I got another list for the man that I want in my life. One, because I already know what I had, and I don't want no more of that. And two, because I know who I've become, and I want somebody to match my frequency. You have to come in the door with a couple of things with me. Do you have a list? Don't let nobody tell you that, man, your standard's too high. There is nothing too great for the divine consciousness. You can manifest whoever you want in your life. But don't settle, and don't, get with somebody that you lose who you are and lose sight of your goals and what you want to do. You know how many people in this world have got with somebody and they had all these dreams and goals before they got with them, and you look up, they with them 20 years later, and you hear them conversations. Yeah, I was in college when I met your dad, and this, that, and the third. I sacrificed my dreams for the. Won't be divine. Won't be divine karma. Absolutely will not. You better come. We got to have a plan when you walk in the door. Just like you gonna want some things from me, sir. Absolutely. What you need from me, spiritual wise, energetically wise, we gonna have a plan. So I can make sure I don't lose my individuality, and I'm gonna make sure you don't lose your individuality, right? Because we supposed to be together as a union. But at the same time, I still got to be me, and you still got to be you. I still have to have my divine connection with source or God, right? To be the divine being that I am in self. And you have to have the same. And then we come together in a union in this and commit and be submissive to the union of us, right? But you got to have that pyramid. You got to have self. You got to have God. Then we can have our union. That is my triangle, my pyramid, baby. You got to have that's non-negotiable for divine karma. I'm so sorry. So what do you want who is the perfect person for you? This is your girl, Divine Karma. Y'all know the drill. I love you, and I love it when you love me back. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.